Hello, my friends. It's Sherry here, and welcome back to the Grow You Girl channel. This morning, as I prep my coffee to get my eyes wide open, we are going to be planting up some seedlings. We are fresh back from Puerto Rico, had an amazing trip, and learned so much. I was going to do another video about the farm we visited, but there's not enough time, and we have seedlings downstairs that are needing our attention. So let's go take a look at them. Yeah, let's grow. Well, hello, my friends. And as I said in the intro this morning, we just got back from Puerto Rico, and now it's time to get serious about some of the plants here in our grow room. First, always a little coffee helps getting it going. But I thought I would first share with you about the soil, right? Soil prep is so important. And what we're going to do is we divide all of these plants and maybe kind of like we've got everything from tomatoes, tomatillos, we've got a few flowers mixed in here. And while we were gone, we did have some mishaps, which is going to happen. We had someone here watching the house and the dogs and the plants, and she did a great job. But it's a lot to have somebody take on, and I really feel very blessed. But we've got some that are like this one, if you can see this, like it's done. It's done. I just got to pull it out. But other ones like these, you see these yellowing leaves, and these are called first leaf or what is it? Coltodons are the very first leaves that come out of the ground. And those usually die off, and you never really need to worry about those dying off because they've done a lot of work trying to get into the world. So they are pretty tired by this point. And what I will usually decide is when I look at all these that need to be transplanted into bigger pots, is what, especially with tomatoes, which ones are the tallest because they're getting leggy. And I want to really get them put into a pot so that there's only about this much sticking out of the soil. So we'll go through that here this morning. But I wanted to talk about the soil first. I shared this a few videos back, but I took off the top of the bag. But there is a great, from Fox Farm came out with this new, here's this side of it, this new soil called Coco Loco. And it's the first commercial soil that I have seen anyway, that doesn't have peat in it. And peat is not sustainable, and you find it in most all soils that that you find prepackaged. It's a little more pricey for this, but I feel like it's worth it. And coco coir is, here's a block of coco coir because I actually add even more coco coir into it to make the dirt go farther. Again, I want to make this as cost effective as possible. And all you do is you take one of these bricks, you add water to it, and then you end up with this, which is just the coco coir. It comes apart and it just really helps to make your dirt go farther. So I'm going to add some of this. It's still kind of working its way through, but I'm going to add some of this here into the dirt. And again, we'll make it go further. And I wanted to share with you too, because I'm going to moisten. It's pretty moist right now because this just came out of the bag, and this just got what's the word I want to use? Revitalized with water. So it's pretty wet too. But I got this cool little, well, I can't really call it a watering can, I guess it could, sprayer that I got from our friends at Epic Gardening. And it's actually made in Poland. And it's just got this cool little, you give it a little pump, and you've got this great little sprayer. And what I'm finding is that I really love it for the plants because I can get to the plants from afar away, if I'm watering them in, especially when they're up on the shelves, the one in the back. So I will put a link to this in the description for today's video. But let's just go ahead and mix up this dirt. And then what I'm going to do is fill up these containers. And so I use these containers most especially for my tomato plants because I wanted plant them in deep, and so these are great ones, and I always save containers year after year after year until they fall apart. This one's kind of fallen apart a little bit, because it's just more sustainable that way. So if I get plants over the course of the year from other sources, whatever, I will save them so that I can use them at this time of the year. And these little guys, again from Epic Gardening, I have had these for 5 years, I think, and they will last me for a long, long time. They're just really hard plastic, very, again, sustainable, because I will use them over and over and over again. So I'm going to mix up my dirt, get my containers, and fill them up. And I'll do probably, what have I got? Two or three at a time, because there's that many in one, so I want to be ready for it. Okay, so let me go ahead, and with this I need to take my gloves off, because here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pop this out of here. Actually, let me do these longer ones. These are my, which ones are these? My Red Pride tomato seeds. So this one, we're just gonna pop it out with 2 fingers, and they're pretty fragile, so you got to be careful, but you can see there's little roots in there, and I'm gonna take this, like, oh, they're good friends, they're gonna have to say goodbye to each other. So I always look at it, and then I'm just gonna set them, let me go ahead and move this over here. I'm gonna set them in there gently so I can get to each one of them. But again, I want it down pretty far in there, because it's going to shoot up and you don't want it to get too leggy. All right. So there is that. And do that with this one too. Boom, boom. And that is it. And I'm just going to go through and do this with all of them. I will put a fertilizer on here. I will do that here in just a minute, and some vermiculite to just keep it moist, and they'll go up on the shelves, and that will be what we'll do with it. All right, so we are planted in. I want to share with you, I like this True Organic. They're not a sponsor or anything. I just really like this. It's tomato and vegetable food that I will use for the tomatoes. And what I will do, keep my handy dandy little spoon in here, because you really don't want to be touching this fertilizer, and just do a little scoop of fertilizer in there. There, like that. And then on top of that, I will put the vermiculite. And again, this just holds the water in. And we'll give it a good squirt. Just love that. It's like this finishing touch of this. Pump it up a little bit. And it's ready to go up on the shelf. And then also I will put tags in this so that I know. The other thing that I do is that I keep in here in my grow room a calendar. So as I up pot, is that a word? These, I will mark it on the calendar that this was the day today that I put them into these bigger pots. So I kind of have an idea of how long they've been at it. But I'm going to go ahead and work on all of this, and I'll see you in a few. All right, my friends. Well, I will give you a quick review of where we are at this point before I say goodbye for today. We've got we don't have all, but I have got like almost 30 tomato plants planted in. I still have many more to go. All these still need to be done. I ran out of dirt. Yeah, there always seems to be something, right? So stay tuned for this week. I'm going to be doing a lot more videos. I'll give you a little, our artichokes here too. I'll be doing the videos from Puerto Rico. We went to an amazing farm in Puerto Rico, and all of our snapdragons down here. And I will be sharing that video with you this week and the days ahead. In the nursery in here, we've got germination happening, but I am excited to share that with you. We absolutely learned so much, and it was a beautiful farm, Plentitude Farm, that we went to. So that's coming up next week. And for now, be sure to subscribe so that you can get notified when those come up in the days ahead. And then there's going to be a lot more videos because we have a lot going on around here getting ready for spring. Well, spring is here, but we're getting ready to fully participate, I guess is the way to look at it. All right, my friends. In the meantime, get out there and grow something. All right, take care. Thanks for growing with us, and we will see you next time. And in the meantime, be sure to like, comment, let us know what really resonated for you in this video, and then of course be sure to subscribe at no cost to you and be updated when we have new videos up to play.